Hello, welcome to Midnight Messages. My name is Stacy, and today I want to talk about healing. More specifically, healing your relationship with food. All right. And while I'm talking about healing your relationship with food, I am going to eat. All right. So, this is something that I threw together with leftovers. I had some ground beef that I had left over, and I made some mac and cheese the other night that my son didn't eat. But he's gonna be gone for a few days, so it's gonna be bad by the time he gets back. So I'm gonna eat it. And before you get on me, I had a big, huge salad, like a big salad. And I'm probably not even gonna eat this whole thing, because it's part of healing your relationship with food. So, I used to be part of the Clean Your Plate Club. I always got more food than my body could necessarily, handle. Alright? After a while, I became over 400 pounds. Then I went on a journey, like a health and fitness journey, and I was part of this company. Alright, we won't name names, because you sign an agreement that you won't talk bad about them when you join them. Nobody realizes that, but I can't. And I'm not really talking bad about them, but I was doing that for 5 years. After 5 years of drinking consistently soy protein shakes, I got soy toxicity. It made me so sick. It was causing my kidneys issues. It was causing, issues with, absorbing certain nutrients. So, medically, I had to stop doing those shakes. And recently, I realized one of my coping mechanisms is binge eating. Because it's isolation and binge eating, okay? So, I've been on a healing journey for a very long time. But recently, I've been going to the doctors a lot more. As you can see, now my hands are starting to turn red, and you're starting to see the veins come out on them. This is another symptom of what's been going on. Alright? So, as you know, I've been going to doctor after doctor, and I found out that I had the Chiari malformation, and they told me that it was going to require surgery. Turns out it's not bad enough to require the surgery. So now they're sending me to a neurologist because I have every type of migraine known to man, and my arms and my legs keep tingling, and my entire spine hurts, so they're sending me to a neurologist. Okay. That's fine. But I noticed that when they first diagnosed me with the Chiari malformation and told me that I needed surgery, I reverted back to my old coping mechanisms. Me and my therapist are working through this. Again, therapy is amazing too. But I reverted back to my old coping mechanisms of binge eating and isolation and not really doing anything. So, and plus then the amount that I could do was also limited, and now it's still limited. So, all right. So, when I realized that I binge ate as a coping mechanism, because listen, ever since I was little, all right, ever since I was young, very, very young, and was going through a lot of traumatic stuff in my life, food was always a dependable, consistent, constant in my life. Like, we always had food. I may not have been safe. You know, I may have been getting abused and molested as a child, but I always had food. And food was always there to comfort me. And here's the thing. The more weight I gained, the less people looked at me. And the less people that looked at me, and the more people that thought I was like, ew, gross, you're so fat, the safer I felt in my own body. Now, is this healthy? No. No, it's not fucking healthy to feel safer in your body. The fatter that you get, the less people look at you. That's not healthy at all. But when I was younger, and I used to weigh like 100 and nothing, and everyone used to look at me, I was constantly harassed, constantly abused, constantly grapped. Like, these things happened. So, I turned to food. And it could be any food. Just as long as I was allowed to eat, just as long as I could eat copious amounts of food. Particularly at night, to shut down the overthinking in my mind. See, what people don't realize is, for some people, binge eating helps them stuff down their emotions. Doesn't that anger taste delicious? Listen, I'm going to tell you. I can make fun of my trauma and my pain. I will never make fun of your trauma or your pain or the fact that trauma fucking exists in the world, because it's fucking horrible. I'm not making fun of anyone else's trauma or anyone else's pain. But if I did not crack jokes about my own trauma, my own existence, my own pain, the things that I've been through, bro, you would not be seeing this video right now. Dead ass. I would be in a jar somewhere as ashes, because I had the worst coping mechanisms known to man. And one of them is literally beating myself up too. So, yeah. You can see now why I'm working on my coping mechanisms. Now, before you get on me, no, that's not water. I have water in the water bottles. That is Kool-Aid. Because I've noticed that if I don't space out like water with something else, like Kool-Aid or Gatorade, if I don't mix it, I get more migraines. If I just drink just plain water all day, I'll get a migraine. But if I just drink just Kool-Aid and no water, or Gatorade and no water, I will also get a migraine. So, yeah. I also get migraines from, like, fake sugar. And there's a lot of people that will tell you fake sugar is so much better for you than real sugar. Real sugar is just like crack. And guess what? I'll take my crack over your sweet and low sucralose and aspartame and equal. You wanna know what? Sugar in its real form does not give me an instant migraine. Like, it will take me drinking this whole entire thing, like 40 ounces, which it's not full, by the way. But it was like half ice and half Kool-Aid. But it would take me drinking that whole entire 40 ounces, just straight shot. No water, no other food, nothing. Just that 40 ounces. And I would be in like a sugar shock and get a migraine. But fake sugars, I take a sip, just a sip, and my head starts to throb. It is ridiculous. It's ridiculous on how quickly I can get a migraine when you introduce something that is not supposed to be in my system. And learning these things about myself and my body and stuff has also been helping me heal my relationship with food. All right. So, back to that. I noticed that I binge eat, particularly at night, between the hours of midnight and like 3 a.m. So, what I started doing instead is okay. He wants me to throw it for him. I know you're ready. You're ready. See what did he got it. He'll be back. He'll give it to me again. But alright. I'm probably done with that right now. But I was realizing that I was binge eating more and more because I was terrified of having brain surgery, which is a terrifying thing. Like, seriously, me and my therapist went through almost every emotion known to humankind in the past since September when I started getting this diagnosis. Alright? So we went through emotion after emotion after emotion, and I've been digging and I've been healing. And here's what I realized personally. 1, in order to heal your relationship with food, you have to realize that you have a how do you get it? Come here. Where'd you put it? You didn't give it to me. I can't. Oh, there it is. I see it now. You did give it to me. Good boy. Hold on. You see this? What's this? You see he went in their food bowl. Anyway, he wants to play because I gave him food and I gave him water. And, now he wants to play. Which is totally okay with me, but whatever. But I noticed that in order to heal your relationship with food, you have to realize that your relationship with food needs healing. That you have a, you have a warped relationship with food. There's something along the lines that warped your relationship with food. Because food is there to sustain you. Food is there to, it can be comfort. It can be all of these things. But food should not be your sole source of coping when things go wrong. This is not healthy. And for me, I was realizing, hey, I'm gaining weight. And when I gained 25 pounds in less than a month, I was like, maybe I should start healing my relationship with food. All right. So, where I used to be part of the Clean Plate Club, and I would binge eat all night, and then I wouldn't be able to sleep because my stomach would be so full. I would have acid reflux, and I couldn't sleep, and things were like horrifying. Like, I just couldn't sleep at all. So now I may make a bigger portion, but I've only eaten like a corner of this, and I'm starting to feel full. All right, very, very full now. So I may portion out my stuff a little bit larger, but when my body says, hey Stacy, we're full, I'm like, okay, I don't have to finish all of that. Not right now. I can put it back in the fridge. I can save it for later. I can eat it tomorrow. I can eat it later tonight. Doesn't matter. It's there, and I don't have to finish it. It's not going to run away. It's not going to not be there. It's there. Over here, the ice is very cold in mine. Very cold. And this is like a new Kool-Aid that I never tried before. And yes, it is Kool-Aid. Blue raspberry lemonade. Y'all know your girl loves lemonade. But I love to try all kinds of lemonades. Alright? You know that. But listen. If you want to start healing your relationship with food, the first thing you need to do is acknowledge the emotions that are driving you to have a discombobulated out of, like, how do you say it? You have to heal. Okay. You have to realize your unhealed thoughts surrounding food. Binge eating, lack of eating, like, it doesn't matter. You just have to recognize this is what I'm doing. This is the emotion behind it driving me to do this. When I feel this, instead of doing this, maybe I want to check in with myself. I want to see how my body's feeling, see how I'm feeling, see how my environment is. And if I am hungry, go get a snack, go get something. And listen, I'm not going to sit here and say food is good or food is bad. I'm not here for that. I'm not here to tell you cut out all freaking carbohydrates. I'm not here to tell you fruit has sugar in it. I'm not here to tell you that you're gonna get like diabetes from a can of pop or a can of soda. It I don't In moderation you're okay. All right? And like I said, I am a binge eater. That's what it is. I binge eat. I'm working on it. I'm learning how to fix it. And I'm coping with my relationship around having to finish my plate. Because that's another big reason that pushes me to eat everything that I take, no matter if I'm full or not. So, in healing my relationship with food, now I would be scarfing the rest of that bowl of the mac and cheese with the ground beef in it. You wanna know I'm not? Because I'm actually full and I'm more thirsty than hungry. So, since that is the case, I'm going to probably drink this water and the other water. And since I'm not hungry right now, I'm going to drink a little bit more of the Kool-Aid to get some sugar in my system. So that way I can do my college work that I have to catch up on. Mm-hmm. So, I just wanted to sit here and talk with you about food and healing your relationship with food, because it's a big part of healing and overall health and wellness. So when you heal your relationship with food, see, like I said, I'm not here to tell you a certain food is good or a certain food is bad. Listen, if you have medical issues, you know what you can and cannot eat. Like, you know what you can and cannot. I'm not supposed to have dairy, but I can digest cheddar cheese and not like other types of cheeses. And I can also digest lactose-free like milk. And no, it is not a lactose intolerance, okay? Here's the thing. I'm not lactose intolerant. I am allergic to lactose. Okay. So I had to have lactose free or really, really aged stuff. I know what works for my body. I know what I'm allergic to. And I love pizza, which is a bad one because mozzarella sucks and I'll be in the bathroom for like 2 days. It's whatever. I know what I'm getting into because I love pizza. I know what's gonna happen. And what's gonna happen is, it's not that I'm in the bathroom like that. My intestines swell. It's not bloating. I've actually had a CAT scan done and my intestines swell. So that's another thing that I have to work on, my relationship with food and not eating the things that I'm not supposed to be eating that make me sick. Yep. And as you saw, I just ate mac and cheese. So here comes the burping. Here comes the swelling is starting. I'm actually going to take one of my pills. This is for the contractions that happen. It actually relaxes the muscles in my stomach so that way they don't like absorb the entire amount of the dairy. Which is also why I only ate like a little bit of that. Alright. So, now that we've gotten started on recognizing that we need to heal our relationship with food, recognizing where our relationship with food is a little askewed, And then identifying the emotions behind the drive for that action when it comes to food. It'll be easier for you to heal your relationship with food once you recognize your triggers. All right. So, that being said, I hope that you stayed down for the ride and you caught my vibe and you want to be part of my tribe. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Every subscribe gets me closer to monetization, so I would appreciate it. Every like, every share, every comment, every subscribe gets me closer to monetization. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, and I think I'm going to be adding more content like this about my personal healing journey, the things that I've been doing, and we're going to also get into the psychological aspects of these things, because as you know, I'm going to college to get my bachelor's in the science of psychology, which is so informative and amazing right now. It's actually helping me heal so much. That being said, I love you guys and peace. I'll see you on the next one.